So, holy shit. A lot has gone on in the world. Fucking coronavirus is back in the United States. Well, not really back, never fucking left. We just decided to kind of ignore it and let it fester and grow. And then people still getting murdered by the police, and then the police in theory would have had no repercussions, but thanks to all the fucking protests that have been going on, like, the cop doesn't just necessarily just get away with murder anymore. And also, I may be in a documentary. Lots fucking happened. It was last week exactly, actually, Friday, which is what today is. Went down to Indy to join in a little pre-protest. The big protest was Saturday, basically all day Saturday and Sunday, the next days. But we were there Friday because, you know, we all, like, me and my sisters, we fucking had plans for the weekend. I was not gonna drive down to Indy at fucking 10 o'clock in the morning to get down there, find a good parking spot, and fucking join this protest. I should have, but I wasn't able to do that. I was so tired last week. I was running on like 12 hours of sleep in total. It felt like it was a rough week in terms of sleeping schedule. But we went down there and we saw a lot of people like walking around, like interviewing people, and they came up to me and my sisters and they're just like, "We don't want to interview." And I was like, "I'll fucking do it. Let me fucking interview." And then they asked me a few questions about why we were protesting the Black Lives Matter movement, and I was just like, you know, it's just fucking time. Like, I'm so sick and tired of having the same conversation every single time an innocent person gets murdered by the police. Doesn't matter if they're black, white, green, I don't fucking care. If they get murdered by the police should face some sort of fucking repercussion. But that never fucking happens. It never happens. And the fact that the police, their training is so hilariously short, it's almost comical how short their fucking training is. Alright? I also work for the state of Indiana, and technically I had about 3.5 months of in-class training where I was in a classroom setting learning about the ins and outs of the basics on how to perform the job in theory. Alright? But every single county in this state is different. There's like 92 counties or some shit like that, and every single county does it differently. And god damn it, I fucking transferred back to my home county, and holy hell, everything has changed. It's the same job, but I do it so completely differently. It is fucking insane. I'm technically still going through training, and I've been on the job for 6 months, and I will continue to go through training until they decide that I am no longer needs trained, if that makes sense. So I could be in training for over a year. I have to have a mentor or someone else follow me around for another like month and a half. I'm assuming a month and a half to just get the basics of the job. Just the basics. That is insane to me. The fact that I will have to go through training basically for an entire year, and a cop is just like, here's your short little training session. Here's how to shoot a gun. Here's how to shoot a man in the back. And here you go. Here's your badge. Goodbye. It's insane. Now, the only exception I would make to people wanting to be police officers are ex-military. If you have been honorably discharged from the military and you go to join the police, I don't think you should get like the whole I think should be at least 6 months of hardcore training to become a police officer. And hell, even then, I think we should shrink the size of every single sheriff's department, every single police department in the country, because we're sending police officers out on just routine calls. In my opinion, people who do like routine traffic stops, like if you're speeding and a cop pulls you over, okay, the dude, he doesn't need to be a cop. It doesn't need to be a police officer with a badge and a gun rolling up to your fucking window. It doesn't need to be like that. It could just be a dude who just issues tickets. Like, that's it. That's all he needs. Like, the police respond to everything. They are completely overworked, and we need to invest more into our other social services, like the organization that I'm a part of. We need to expand that. We need to expand our knowledge of transgender rights, and we need to make sure that we have a massive array of departments whose job is to handle more specific problems, because a lot of problems don't need someone walking up with a badge and a gun and a vendetta, okay? We don't need that every single time. Sometimes we do, but not all the time. Anyway, I'm gonna go because I'm home and I'm fucking hungry. Anyway, probably stream on the YouTube later some Leviathan raid. Hit that old bitch up. Anyway, I'm gonna go because I'm hungry and I'm tired, so peace.